Hola, hola, hola.
Hey guys, it's Sue.
And T. Wait, we can only see the sun. Boo. Not that we're complaining, but this is our first live. Look at this. Here, Sue. I figured it out. Hi, people. Hi, people. How's everyone doing? How's your Friday? I hope that you are, like, low-key turning up, getting ready for the weekend. Get in here, Sue.
We're in.
What are we doing for this weekend?
We are gonna have a great, awesome weekend with our families, obviously, and friends, and of course we have some work.
Rihanna, I wish that I could just bend over and twerk every time I hear that. Maybe that would bring in some money.
Would help, right?
It would hurt. It wouldn't hurt.
It definitely wouldn't hurt at all, but. What we've got going on is a whole bunch of fun stuff because you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur.
I love fun. I mean,
and we get to keep hours that we love. So when we work on the and on top of that, it's kind of important. And, you know, it's like, I don't mind working on the weekend because it's my business. It's something
I know. We're trying to get it together.
We own.
We're trying to get it together. I'm sorry, people. You know what it's like. We were trying, can I be honest, as an entrepreneur, we were trying to figure out how to make it Facebook Live for at least 15 minutes, okay?
And that's why we were late.
We were late.
Yeah, so we were trying to figure it out, but we're using not the computer. We're using
my phone. The computer's
instead.
like the holder. So today what we're here to talk about is we have lots of friends that are business owners, entrepreneurs, aspiring business owners. They're still working their 9 to 5, and they say to me, like, T, how the F do I get out of this shit? And I have to say it as plainly as it is. How the F do I get out of this shit of the 9 to 5? Well, my friend, I'm here to tell you. I know you have a goal. I know you have a dream. I know that you spend all of your free time at work surfing the internet, studying what it is that you want to learn, because that used to be me. I know that you sit in your office and you wait for your boss to walk out the room so that they won't see you having your emotional mental breakdown. I know those moments, okay? And I'm here to tell you, there's a way to escape that. It's called turn your 9 to 5 into your exit strategy. No, not really. What it's called is identify what you want and why it's time for you to start that online business. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sue?
I mean, and it doesn't even have to be an online business. This could be any business. But I think the one big thing I tell people when they like get out of college and they're kind of like, I don't know if I actually want to I don't know if I actually want to do something in computer engineering, or like I got a degree in psychology. Okay, so now what are you going to do?
And ladies, being in debt helps you it's a hard time. You can't really find a husband when you're in debt because you're not focused on him wooing you. Yeah. You're focused on the fact that in 2 weeks you have to pay that $400 payment. So I get it, girls.
Yeah. So my thing is, it's like you get a degree, you finish college, you do everything you're typically supposed to do.
I know.
And you have this amazing degree that you still owe like over $60,000-$70,000 for.
Yeah.
So you're in debt. You come out of college in debt.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantee that you have a job after, right?
It's so true. Remember that Kanye West's first album, College Dropout?
College Dropout.
He was like, you know what? You're going to do everything that you can. And you're going to do everything that you need to do because you have that piece of paper that is a degree. That's bullshit. Let me tell you something what is real. What's real is that you need to understand the natural gifts and the natural talents that God has given you. When you actualize and you do an assessment of those gifts and talents, it becomes very easy to see how you can take those gifts, talents, and monetize them for the lifestyle you actually want to live.
So for me, I guess my first advice I give to you guys to try to figure out and do some soul searching of what you want to do with the rest of your life, is maybe if you don't know right off the bat, maybe what's cool is get a piece of paper. It's available. It's free. If you don't have a piece of paper around,
just saying,
go get it. It could be on the back of something, scratch paper, and a pen. You don't have a pen? Use a pencil, crayon, marker, whatever you have, and write a list of. Make 2 columns and just put my goal or soul searching. So this is what I call soul searching on a sheet of paper.
Well, I read a teaching that said that. They said that most people that write their goals down, like if you write out your goals on a piece of paper, you are more likely to accomplish those goals than not getting the idea out of your head.
Exactly. So what I want you to do on this sheet of paper is write down things you like to do.
At least 3.
And things you don't like to do. Like you absolutely wouldn't do like for a living at all, ever. Like I know I could never be a garbage person because I can't do
Do
that.
you know that garbage people make $75,000 per year?
They make a lot of money,
Just saying,
but the thing
ladies,
is,
he can clean
I don't
himself
have
up.
anything against it, even though they have like they have machines to pick up
Yeah.
the trash can and everything. There. My thing is the hours, like so that's why
Yeah.
you won't catch me being a fitness trainer in the morning. You won't catch me being a teacher because I gotta wake up at the same hours I used to wake. That's definitely so. Those are things are gonna go on my I'm not gonna do list when I
hear
grow
you.
up.
And things that would go in mine is I must be able to wake up at any time. I must be able to have my natural flow. Those are deal breakers for me. So these are things you want to consider when thinking about starting a business. Not only the simple fact that you don't like being in your 9 to 5 or that you have a special thing that you want to monetize. You also have to think about what that lifestyle looks like for you. For me, it looks like waking up whenever I want. I hate alarm clocks.
Yep.
I hate alarm clocks because I press the snooze button at least 5 times, which ends up buying me like an additional 25 minutes.
Yeah, but in a way, it kind of really doesn't because you wasted at least a minute waking up, turning the alarm clock off, trying to readjust to go back to sleep. So
that cold air pillow ratio with the feet ratio is so important.
Terrible.
To me. I don't know about
so
you.
what like so yeah so get your list together, and then once you're done with that list and you're like, okay, I've listed everything I want to do, what I love to do, and I wouldn't mind doing, with all the things I wouldn't do, I guarantee you there's going to be a career on that sheet for you by the end of that list.
I mean, for me personally, I had to do that. I had to say, you know what, as much as I like getting up at 6 in the morning and going to an office, which I hated, I needed to understand, like, okay, what could I do at home? If I could have my dream job and work from home, what is my skill set? And for me, I realized that I knew how to do time management, which means I knew that if I told my brain, sit here for an hour and focus on that, I would be able to accomplish that. So for me, it became finding that rhythm. The second thing for me, it became about just being honest about how many hours I did really want to work. Because some people are in their office for 8 hours, but in actuality, you can get that work done in about 3 hours. But because you know that you have 8 hours, you're timing and pacing yourself. So for me, it became about knowing how much work I could actually get done within an hour's time. So I'm like, okay, I want to wake up when I want to wake up. And then I need to assess how productive I can be, how much work I can get done in a 30-minute or 60-minute span of time. Once I was clear on those two things, like, yeah, dude, I'm not a 9 a.m. girl. I'm not a 6 a.m. girl. I'm a 10 a.m. girl. And that's okay. But not only that, appropriating the energy that it took to nurture the projects at hand was helpful. Because then I could cut my day as early as I wanted it to be as well. So it's not like I was working a full 8 hours. I was working about 4 to 5 productive hours based on my own natural body rhythm.
And then when it comes to time management, being an entrepreneur, time management is key because now you are the boss of your own time and everything like that. And you may sit there and be like, I'm terrible at time management. In actuality, you just think you are. Everybody can time manage. Because the thing about it is, when you were working that 9 to 5 job, you knew you needed to get to work by 9. And you knew you were leaving at 5.
Pretty much.
And you had a whole 8 hours to figure out how to do 3 hours worth of work. So in actuality, you literally time managed 3 hours and made it 8 hours.
Pretty much.
By scheduling lunch, scheduling breaks and all of that.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that whole myth of you're terrible with time management it's really like a myth.
It's so true. Everybody knows what they're doing with their time. We put time into the things that we enjoy doing, and we take time away from those things that we don't enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So everybody is completely mindful on how they spend their time.
Like, even people who go, oh my God, I'm terrible at time management. Because I'm always late. Guess what? You're always late. So instead of saying, I'm going to be there at 8, tell them you'll be there at 9 and then strive for 8. Like little things like that. Because my thing is, if you really want something that bad, you're going to get to it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's one of those things where what I find a lot of people who have time management issue get into as well is they overextend themselves.
Yes, they say yes to everything. That's the biggest mistake you can do. Like, I know for me, once again, starting a business as an entrepreneur, I was trying to bite off more than I can chew. And I just was like, anyone who wants to work with me, yeah, I'm going to work with you. But in actuality, some of my clients were more demanding than I actually realized. Some people needed some things that I did not necessarily know how to provide. But for me, it became about understanding the big picture.
Yeah.
The big picture is I want to make a living doing the things I enjoy. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people find clarity on what they need to do, systematically how they need to put that in place, and then, offering the support with that. So for me, it just was like, listen, I'm not getting up early. I'm going to be aware of what I need to do, but also I'm not going to just work with anyone. I only need to work with people who understand that my service is what they need. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. You can't be money hungry, and you really have to understand that the service that you provide is unique. So not everybody should be able to afford your service, especially when you get those people who want to talk you down on your prices about everything. And it's just like so annoying. It's like, dude, I'm trying to build a business. I know you're trying to build a business, but I want to pay cheaper. Well, we have to find that happy medium. Totally off subject, but that's what I do best.
No, but on top of that, even finding your happy medium, that is what's going to make you become more productive. Because, in your mind, you're like, I love doing this.
Yeah.
Instead of taking you an hour to do it, you're going to take less because you've already figured out how you can get it done a lot quicker, a lot sooner, and everything like that. So for you, it's one of those things where that it comes second nature. It becomes second nature because it's not work anymore.
It's not. I really do. I believe in entrepreneurs. I believe that entrepreneurs and creative people are the people who have very much so shaped this society. As a business owner, I do have a car, but I take the bus and the train. Why? Because it's cheaper. And I get to listen to a lot of different things. In that, I said all that to say that the one thing I realize is that each business that when I'm driving on the train or on the bus, each business that I see has been someone's idea, someone's dream. They had an idea that they were able to actualize and make it into something that was monetized, something that they could make a livelihood on. And so for me, I love what I do because I get to connect with the nation's prominent idea and thought leaders, people who say, you know what, my idea is crazy enough to succeed. And for me, that's very encouraging. So I love what we do for that very simple fact. Like, I feel like our clients inspire me to continue to move forward because their ideas is what's shaping the world.
And then on top of that, it's kind of like, it all starts with an idea. Yeah. Like, if you think, oh my God, let's say I'm gonna go back to your soul searching paper.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, I can do something with this. Like, it sounds weird, but can I just say 20 years ago, I don't think you could even fathom the thought of bloggers making money off of blogging.
They are the new critics. They are the new journalists. They are the new
are the new beat people. They are like, so that'd be crazy. So if 20 years ago I said, oh my God, I love to write, but I don't want to work for a newspaper. I love to like put stuff up on social media, but all the like, everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, you can't get paid off that. You're not gonna get paid off of it. Guess what?
I hate the can't people.
20 years later,
I hate the can't people.
You're getting paid off of it, and they're actually making a good living, a great living off of it, doing something they love. Yeah. So your dream is your key, but that paper, that soul searching paperwork, that funneling thing, that is probably the master of how you're going to get there to your next step.
Make
your
a
next
plan, map
level.
that shit out, and start pounding the pavement because it doesn't get any simpler than that. Have an idea. Once you have that idea, set up your team, people that help you, love you, support you, believe in what you're doing, stay motivated knowing that ideas keep the world going. And most of all, get out of that mindset of I need a check, because God is waiting on you to make that first step. Take that step, identify where you need to go, and then tell everybody about it. And that's how you're going to become successful. And so I know today was all over the place, but you know what? I'm not here to be uniform. She's not here to be uniform. We're just here to say, listen, you have a gift. You have a talent. God has blessed you. Get up, get out, get that shit done. Make a plan, start executing it. Manage your time, connect with people, stay passionate. And then we'll see you at the top because that's where you belong.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us today. Next time we are going to talk about what do you do after you created this list of your soul searching list. And the reason why I say create that list on a piece of paper, because everybody has access to a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do the piece of paper situation, write it out. Write it out on the computer.
We say write it out.
Type it out.
We say
type
write
it
it
out.
out.
And the only reason why I say this is
Write it
because
out.
people get inspired with that whole eat, pray, love movement where they're like, oh, I'm going to take a trip. Guess what? Trips are expensive.
Yes.
We need to save money because if you're
Pretty
going to start a
much.
business, it costs money to start a business. And sometimes you take this amazing trip somewhere and you get inundated with being out there, and trips don't always work for people. Soul searching trips don't always work for people sometimes. They get back and then they're down like thousands of dollars or $1,000 or 500, however much you spent on this trip. You had a great tan, or sometimes you don't have a great tan. You come back and you're like, great, I still got to go back to work. And then you get inundated with, I hate my job. So don't hate your job.
Don't hate your job. Simply make your exit strategy. And if you need help, you want to know what that looks like, contact us. Sue Vanissing, Tanisha Goldsmith.
We can
hit
help.
us up.
We
We
can
can
help.
help you. And so today's lesson was, how do you get out of that 9 to 5? You believe in your ideas. You make the initiative. And you start getting to work.
Yes.
That's the simplest way to do it.
So today's lesson, which we want you to take away with before we end, are create that list.
Create that list.
And then time manage.
Time manage.
And the last but not least is just keep your passion alive. Thank you.
Deuces. I'm moving on to something better. Bye, guys. Yikes.
Perfect. We were at 15 minutes.
We were.
So